Nsem-Pii TV nie.
Mamene unko eye movement television ene anopai na Dawuro atase e woni dwumadie bia wato din dwudwamu na ene ensem a wo dwudwamu eye Paul Adom Otchere eye nsentwenia embe twamu kodi dwuma e wo Ghana Airport Company na Kissi Agyebeng se sika bi atimi afane sase nti womra na wo meyi ne ho ano wokoye no wache na the bail condition is one pair assassin mienua e won kran a e won dim na abusua sansam no secret ene ye womu bia no owura Dawuro watimu adwudwamu a enya asem ketwa enya fei ena Nsem-Pii TV sansam boy ye ba betoatoa yankwe na wankasa kokoti kwanya eye Kissi Agyebeng epese wo use the office of the special prosecutor na wo bia woni na nya asem o man kokoro Ghana ha bia no wo de punish no yanko na kotie bibra yeba Nsem-Pii TV yene tifo ebeto aso
so anopay yede adwudwamu no ebeba na baby a yebehwe eye office of the special prosecutor na yenyina nim se break akrani office no ewo ho a eye adwuma na kwan a ofa so eye adwuma no enso Ghana fo bibiri yani endra eni nyana sana before endra kwani nyana tie se Paul Adom Otchere oyen sentreni na Akufo Addo abemu no na Akufo Addo ema na kwanya se onye obi a Ghana Airport Company Limited obey board chairman na wahwe abo matuto wonuma ne omonima enti ampa okoye adwuma na adwuma okoye nyina achi no contract sembi ebae ema endra special prosecutor friend say omra emeyi Nsem-Pii ano. Some of us may any problem with say special prosecutor be friend be say or a former government appointee why ejuma the juma oye no feel say Nsem-Pii bi ewo ejuma no ho a enso bebisa nti obeka say bi a omra na omebisa but baby a no problem ano pay say office of the special prosecutor no all using the office no as all weaponize the office of the special prosecutor na obia ofo say we na hi ana waya ade bia etia no bia no ana say one wo ewo grudge bia no all use office no na odi intimidating crofo na odi ehunahuna enkrofo no eho na no problem na ebia na si endra Paul Adom Otchere ekoe na okowie no office of the special prosecutor issue statement media before so beko no afidie so me kan wo ha say minim for a fact say Paul Adom Otchere ekoi ade a okoya ne say I have arrested to obeka so wache no because ono de obi anim say ade pa e man ni Kissi Agyebeng any gene say the office of the special prosecutor have arrested has done this has done that no anyone ade na nije so ani kenofurata etiado ahoma so nyina no o pese kenofurata mra na onka say wache no wa issue statement ana wa declare wanted and one or you interested number proper prosecution say ye di asem na ye di niye na ya twi ni paso na se sika bi wo mu a ya giama Ghana for de owura Kissi Agyebeng enye interested enti o engage in self-aggrandizement say office na giama no wabo ordinary abor ho safohire ena o tietia nkrofo fa hodie so ena o ye niema ensene fata oyo bi so a oye lawyer ni pani wachire emra onim emra na nkrofo fu so baby anim die wode nim die koso pa enti ankobetimi aye adwuma no aye niye ba Kissi Agyebeng your time Kissi Agyebeng ede me who na me describe and I weaponize the office of the special prosecutor and or they settle personal scores which is very unfortunate na me say na Akufo Addo transe a ubisa na bia na mamuo say ade ba ko oye onu no ho a be sure so be ka say setting up the office of the special prosecutor no ade bia me say onu ho pa say oye sa office no because onipo oye first or the court na ho no Ramati Amidu say say ya ne on the brofa kese tre ten or trial kan ye bebre no akeka brofa kese no gugwa o hanya hwe no wa ye say adeti na ni man dan 10 story adeti na dan ye dia ma obi to fasafo amreme na chief of staff wa fasafo na amreme adno ye say sa no tu pia to jan no office no to wa mo brebia wo and the Kissi Agyebeng na nkrofo bona baso oye den criminal criminal law hwan on the check criminal law ha oye say and e bobo na bodia and ye de ayini ma no ono so betena ho but odi be say efie enan wo ho eni efie nan mu no we make say o ma pani jo mahama ewie a the next year na Kissi Agyebeng so ewie na djuma na ono so na wadjuma no wie. But Office of the Special Prosecutor, the least budget in a year, 120 million Ghana cedis. That is the least. Which made you 160 million, which made you 180 million. The least budget a year, 120 million Ghana cedis. In fact, I'm going to our vehicles, our team, our put the interim say be a bench in idea, or them. So therefore, and the bomb who buying. And what do you so be say? Sa office no etirimopa na Akufo Addo wo enti o ti sa office no abamu ana enne o ka Kissi Agyebeng asemo a na wabo ato ade akitikiti bi osemacho so endra oso wache Paul Adom Otchere na ochi ni wie no o issue statement ni statement ni mo na me pese me no kenkan ni ya hwe Kissi Agyebeng ni ya bisa questions bi. Look, ye can't say that be some ha. We were full say be a yempenasam. And yes, sir, many problem. Say Kissi Agyebeng in the Juma. No what two sa fair Paul Adom Otchere so I born to me in one. The question I so as a set of accounting for the stewardship. I don't have problem with that. But the problem I want to say, bail conditioner on me a remonata, eti ioko, any special prosecutor. Now only use bail conditioner as a punitive measure. No, and one of your problem. Asante yafa electoral Kissi Agyebeng statement no na yankin kan yafa chete for na yankin kan na tifo hu na fe yemisa questions say adenti na OSP no obobra obo no tie nie o say Adom Otchere 2 others detained over Ghana Airport Company Limited contract probe as he fails to meet bail condition. The Office of the Special Prosecutor has interviewed and formally charged the former board chairman of the Ghana Airport Company Limited, Paul Adom Otchere, and 2 others. However, Mr. Adom Otchere has so far been unable to meet his bail conditions. Now, he is required to present 2 landed properties of no specific value registered in his name. However, he has informed the OSP that he does not own a landed property in Ghana. As a result, he remains in custody until the bail terms are satisfied. The two other persons are Otchere Kwame Bafowua, Group Executive, Commercial Service, Ghana Airport Company Limited, Mr. Albert Ajete CEO of Genest Systems. Mr. Adom Otchere is under investigation in connection with a revenue assurance contract between Ghana Airport Company Limited and Ghana Airport Company Limited, and then a private firm owned by the proprietor of Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited (SML). The OSP is examining possible procurement breaches, including a sole source contract awarded to a company other than the one approved by Ghana Airport Company Limited board. And isi the second paragraph no bra. I want to interest in the hotel my red no so that if for etina my red no. I want me questions no ewo. Na or say he is required to present 2 landed properties of no specific value registered in his name. However, he has informed the OSP that he does not own a landed property in Ghana. As a result, he remained in custody until bail terms are satisfied. But the attorney say, Owura Kissi Agyebeng say, officially no, wache Paul Adom Otchere na wacharge no and wama bail. Na bail condition no any say, offer ejapade a waya na asase so na land title no ewo ono Paul Adom Otchere din mu. Paul Adom Otchere aka kyerɛ ne sɛ ono Paul Adom Otchere oni ejapade bia o Ghana ha ba bia ewo waya si asase bia so a ejapade no ne asase no title no ewo ono Paul Adom Otchere din mu. And per this special prosecutor statement no obeso kyerɛ sɛ until say Paul Adom Otchere ebenya asase na waya ejapade asi so na title ni be won din no, he will remain in custody. That is my understanding. Etino Kissi Agyebeng kyerɛ sɛ until say Paul Adom Otchere watching no say the 10-story building ni mu parliament chemu no ayi e friend say cathedral ni chemu no until say obetimi aya ejapade or say of no value enti ejapade bia na why title the din no onyi no na me say ewiase a ye woi that bia no Nsem-Pii fo nya tumi a onbesomu ye na efibiri ban ena ejapade a obi wo ebe na betre se nipa no obenya no freedom ananse wonya efibiri ban ese Kissi Agyebeng fo se Paul Adom Otchere criticizing nti one ne be ko no pepepe so o pese o kyerɛ Paul Adom Otchere umbo bra so wa bobra na ye bema na betre TV so akama wasem a metew afo ejapade bra wunye ejapade obedema ko so benya bi. It doesn't make sense. O ka tie nipa no so yo mateme ko fa ba na o ma ede a o ka so nemu afan ba o chi nipa no o si fa landed property in your name bra o si mi ni bi o se de obedema ko so benya bi. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Say onipa ne say me ni bi ana o chema o tumi ma ejapade no mo tu omo mo se nkrofo na ko fa ejapade ne mra na nya justify na se no ma yi omo. Ba Paul Adom Otchere centrani o si mi ni bi o mi di mo Kissi Agyebeng send the obedem e ko so benya bi. Enti aha if you ha na Paul Adom Otchere edafia ada ho no ontimi meet bail condition na odem. To me it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Now abuse of office, abuse of power, and I'm telling Owura Kissi Agyebeng say onka no hu say sadia nantwie podua anka ne pem no enka confonsem. The term of office na ma kyerɛ no 2029 no wawie 2029 na Owura Kissi Agyebeng no wawie na dwuma as OSP. Now you should bear in mind say Owura every person I was spending was our office no he will account for it. Otu kwankwa abrochire se nkola tisi so so odi abrochire kwaniaba se nkola etisi so so a ye koye ba Owura Kissi Agyebeng watoto amoka edem is about 30 million. It is you know say sa onimu ahwe okotu kwan bia no oji receipt ede be man no onye lamination offer rubber fan ni echi no fan tour because a time is coming now he will account for every person I was spending was our office and then kwabra du bo ahe no national security office national security office kra no ojina court our accounting for the worship. So Kissi Agyebeng should know say a day of accountability enso beba na bia sada no e be ka so nkofa bonsambra na bo onfa bail condition no ebe sasa bonsam no fa me bail condition yin no. How can you abuse your office that much? Why I did on my ben yet chire ye do ko iroko abon ho safun ozi me di 80 million ato so me di 50 million ato so ye do ko Kissi Agyebeng ho no mu a go not ye o twan 5 million Ghana cedis daso ana odamu e dan so 5 million Ghana cedis so o di be ato so mo ba ye en central for Paul Adom Otchere ka ho a match central for 9 mo ti katachi mo ti kankan agbonyega mo ti godon ene match Paul Adom Otchere ene mba tie nyina o because yen kan amuntum mo ba tie nyina Very unfair.
Begin with the letter that the OSP wrote to me. So this is the letter that the OSP wrote to me. It's here. It says that it's on 25th July and it's addressed to me, Paul Adom Otchere, former board chair, Ghana Airport Company. Direction to attend the office of the special prosecutor. It says the Office of the Special Prosecutor, the OSP, has commenced the investigations into suspected corruption and corruption-related offences in respect of the Revenue Assurance Audit Services Agreement between the Ghana Airport Company, GACL, and Evertex Logistics Limited. You are considered a suspect in this investigation. Accordingly, you are directed to report to the Office of the Special Prosecutor located at 6 Haile Selassie Avenue, Southridge, Accra, on Thursday, 31 July at 3 p.m. for an interview. You may be accompanied by legal counsel of your choice. So this is the letter that Kissi wrote, and this afternoon that he said we should appear. So when I got the letter, sometime yesterday or so, they called me. Somebody called from the OSP office. But they had called me, I didn't see it. I called back as I usually do, and then somebody said, "I'm from the OSP office. I have been looking for you to give you a letter, and they directed me to the airport." And I said, "What are you doing at the airport?" "I don't do anything at the airport. I'm not there. I'm in my office at Metro TV at Ridge. So bring it over." So they brought the letter over, and this was the letter. So quickly I sent it to the lawyers that OSPs had invited me, we need to go. And they said, "Oh, when has he said?" I said, "They said Thursday." And they said, "Thursday we can't. Thursday we are busy. We have Court of Appeal in Kumasi and all that. Can we, what about Friday?" I said, "I don't know whether he can do Friday." And they said, "Well, the best thing will be Monday." I said, "So how do we go about it?" They said, "Okay, let's write to the OSP." So we wrote this letter to the OSP, indicating that we can't come today, but we can come on Monday, 3 o'clock, the same 3 o'clock. This is the letter we wrote. It's as follows. It's written from Akufo-Addo Prempeh & Co., the law firm, the letterhead. It's written to the Director, Asset Recovery and Management Division, Office of the Special Prosecutor, Haile Selassie Avenue. And it's the topic is direction to attend the Office of the Special Prosecutor, Mr. Paul Adom Otchere. We asked for Paul Adom Otchere. Your letter reference so and so. We have been notified by our client and received the letter with reference aforementioned, the effect of which invites our clients to your office in respect of investigations into suspected corruption and corruption-related offences concerning Revenue Assurance Audit Service between the Ghana Airport Company and Evertex Logistics. We write to inform you that we shall be unable to attend your office on the requested date of 31st July 2025 at 3 in the afternoon, and hence shall be unavailable to provide our clients with the legal representation so required by law. We consequently request that the meeting be rather fixed for Monday, 4th August 2025 at 3 in the afternoon. We are grateful and apologies for any possible inconvenience. The letter is signed by the lawyer. So we wrote this to the OSP. Now, the OSP, when he sent us the letter, then quickly leaked it to the media. This is what he does all the time. Leak to the media to try and create the impression that you have done something wrong. Oh, this is showboating. Every media must see everything. We didn't leak the letter. The letter came to us, and quickly we leaked it to the media. He didn't tell the media that we had requested. So when I granted an interview to Joy FM, I said that we had requested and then to shift the date. And then they brought this very brutal letter after that. This very, very brutal one on 30th yesterday. It says as follows. They wrote to Akufo-Addo Prempeh & Co. and it says direction to attend the OSP office. Listen to the language. Reference is made to your letter dated 30th July with reference number so and so, in which you seek to reschedule the suspect's appearance before. Okay, please be advised that the office cannot, unfortunately, accept the proposed alternative date. The suspect is required to report as directed on 31st July at 3 p.m. at the Office of the Special Prosecutor located at Haile Selassie, Northridge. While a suspect is entitled to legal representation of their choice, it must be understood that the law firm operates as chambers comprising multiple lawyers. In circumstances where a particular lawyer is unavailable, any other qualified lawyer from the same firm may represent the suspect without prejudice to his right to counsel. The Office of the Special Prosecutor is discharging a statutory mandate under the Office of the Special Prosecutor Act and does so with the expectation of full cooperation. Failure to appear as directed may amount to obstruction or non-cooperation, and the office reserves the right to take appropriate legal action, including compulsion measures in accordance with the law. For administrative purposes, it will be helpful for all future correspondence to be addressed to the Special Prosecutor through the undersigned. I don't know who is the undersigned. Who signed the letter? Okay, it doesn't show us who signed it. This is the letter that the OSP sent. By the time they were doing the media stuff, this is the letter that they had sent to me, you know. And everybody started calling me that, look, Kissi wants you to come at 3 p.m. on Thursday. He will delay you so that there's no good evening Ghana. He will delay you overnight, and this is what he wants to do. And why does he want to do that? Because perhaps he has wind of some PDS petition that is going to him, blah blah blah, that we are involved with. That's coming later. Okay, so now let's get to the substance of the letter. So what is the story about? What is the whole brouhaha? So in his letter, in the letter of the OSP, he says that the original letter, he says that he's investigating some revenue assurance, something like that. Okay. In my interviews, I wondered why a board chairman is connected with something that has to do with procurement and all that, because under the Procurement Act, board chairman is not a part of it. The Procurement Act doesn't mention the board chairman anyway. But anyway, this is Kissi Agyebeng, the OSP, so no problem. All right. So he says he's investigating something related to revenue assurance or the service of a contract between some company, Evertex. At the board at the Ghana Airport Company, sometime around 2022, the Ghana Airport Company needed money. I mean, there was no money there was not enough money in the system, so they needed money. So the board invited the minister to sort of discuss the fees and charges, whether the minister could go through parliament and increase the fees and charges so that the Ghana Airport Company can make some revenue. The minister said no, he can't, because of the post-COVID Ukraine war. It's difficult to go and tell Ghanaians to pay more. So the board should find ways of raising more money, especially non-aeronautical. These are documented in terms of the policy to raise money through non-aeronautical. It's documented. What is non-aeronautical? If you buy a ticket, I buy a ticket, the airport company gets some money. That's aeronautical. Non-aeronautical is whether they deal in some land or they give somebody space to sell meat pie, or somebody is doing something, or other things that we can do, especially at the cargo area. See how we can get more revenue. All that is documented. So we were looking for people who can help us in different ways to raise non-aeronautical revenue for the airport, because we're not going to get the fees and charges, because the government policy is that you can't do fees and charges at this time post Russia-Ukraine war. So somebody contacted the board and said that, look, you guys are losing money at cargo, and I can do it. My company can do it. So we said, okay, come to the board and come and do a presentation, which is very normal, very, very normal. So they came to the board to do a presentation and said that this is what we know and this is how it works. The board told them that, yes, you have told us what it is, but there's no real evidence. You haven't given us any evidence that, in fact, we are losing money. And then they said that to do that, we have to work with your management to come and tell you, because we need access to your systems. When we get access to your systems, then we'll be able to tell you in the things that are the revenue that's happened already. So today is July. They will take last year's revenue and show you that this revenue that you got 1 million cedis, you could have gotten 3 million cedis. This revenue that you have 2 million cedis, could have gotten 6 million cedis. So the management gave them that, and then they did that. And then the management brought them to the board the second time and said that people have finished their work, so let the board hear them. So the board heard them. And then they seem to know what they are talking about. They seem to show that, yes, revenue was lost and revenue can be gained. So the board told management that, okay, go ahead, which is also normal. The board tells the management, MD and people, go ahead and work with them and report back to us. So they did, and they went to work with them. And then we continue our meetings. I had forgotten about it. I don't know anything about it. Then the management comes back that they finished with the people. They brought a proposal. It's a workable proposal, but it looks like the proposal, the people are saying that, well, I left something out. When the people said they wanted to do the audit, the original audit, we told them, and I in particular said it at the board company, cannot pay you any money at all to do this work. You have to find your own money to do the audit and come and convince us that we need the service. So they said, okay, they'll do that. They'll pay their own money. This is also in letters that they wrote that there will be no financial commitment from the airport company. So today, there's no financial commitment from the airport company, absolutely none. So they went to do the audit and came back, as I said, and then they were satisfied that they can do something. So management should continue to work with them. Management came back and said they brought a proposal and they are looking at it. However, what they are asking for in the proposal is that if they are commissioned to do the work, whatever money they gain for the Ghana Airports Company, on top of what we were getting already, they want 20%. So for instance, if they find that in the importation part of frozen food or something like that, airport was getting 1 million, but with their work, we now have 2 million, then there's 1 million that they have added to what the airport was getting, and they want 20% of that 1 million. So this was put before the board by the management, who dealt with them, the MD.